Rise the tide. Huff it, everybody. Hey, today I want to talk to you guys about what songs do I choose to play in my lineup, or what songs do I end up playing in the lineup. Now, this can be, this topic can go very different ways, but what I want to share with you is not really the specific way that you should follow, but kind of how I approach this topic, because I feel like that's going to be the best way to help you build your approach to choosing songs in the lineup. Now, to talk about this, I got to give you a little bit of my background. So I started playing music professionally, and we define the term professional as being paid to play music. So I got paid to play my very first show about 20 years ago. So I'm so grateful to be able, to all of you guys for all the bookings. I'm so grateful that you guys allow me to be able to serve you guys with music and to play music for you. So thank you, everybody. So I've been doing this for 20 years. And for the first 12 years of that, I played in the mainland United States, California, Northern California, Southern California, Arizona, Texas, Washington, Hawaii, a whole bunch of places I've been able and privileged to play shows. I used to go on the road a lot, so it was kind of cool. But the reason why I bring that up is because the set list and the lineups that I used in the States were very different from the set list that I use here. I would say the difference in percentage was probably about 50 to 60% different. So 50 to 60% of my lineup here is different from what I play in the States. Of course, there's going to be the classics like the Eric Claptons and and the John Mayers and the Beatles and those kinds of songs that everyone's going to know everywhere. The Bob Marleys, right? And everything. I've actually played a Bob Marley song in Italy where they didn't speak any English, and they all knew No Woman No Cry, and they all knew the Three Little Birds song. So music is a universal language sometimes. But yeah, so the difference in my lineups in the States when I was there for 12 years is different from, it's different from what I play here. And the reason for that is because, again, I kind of bring this theme up almost every episode. If you watch the previous episodes, I try to do what's best to serve the event or the show. So if I'm getting hired to play for a wedding, I'm gonna play songs that I feel are appropriate for the wedding. I'm not gonna play songs that are appropriate for like a beach gig, right? Just two different things. But if it's a wedding at the beach, you might want to play songs for a beach gig. So that kind of works there too. But again, going back, so I'm gonna pick the songs now. What I suggest, I said in an earlier episode, how many songs should you learn? I said about 40 to 45 songs, and that's because that gives you the flexibility to be able to change songs mid-set. But you also want to take a look at, kind of your demographic or the people you're playing for, right? So here on Guam, I play for a lot of locals. And for the locals, I play a lot of Chamorro music or music that's familiar to them, right? They want to be entertained, so they want to play music that's familiar to them. In addition, we get a lot of folks who come from Japan. So I have one or two, songs that are familiar to the Japanese and, that I can play for them. So, it makes a connection to them. I literally have some Japanese friends here that I ask, hey, what are some popular songs? And they gave me some songs that most Japanese folks know. And so I play that. Now, of course, there's the topic of original music. And I want to save that one for a later episode. But yes, you definitely want to play original music. But the reason why I'm talking more about covers is because if you're getting hired to, let's say, perform in a restaurant, if you're getting hired to perform in a restaurant, if you're getting hired to perform for a wedding or an event or a birthday or something like that, they're hiring you to entertain the crowd. Now, I could play all the originals that I have, and a lot of my originals, actually, only one of my originals has been recorded and released, so people don't really know my originals. So I could play all the originals that I have. But if my goal is to entertain the crowd and to actually connect with them, then I want to be able to play songs that's familiar. They're paying me to do a job, and that job is to enhance the experience of the crowd through music. And I want to be able to play songs that they know that they can be enhanced by. So Absolutely, you definitely want to add your flair of originals, and we can talk about how I approach originals at shows now. But yes, if you have originals, and maybe it's a it's a show or a set that you've been hired for that's strictly original music, that's totally appropriate. You can play originals the whole way through. But if you're playing, you know, if you've been hired because someone saw you play a cover song and that's why they hired you, because they like how you play those cover songs, they like how you play the John Mayer songs, they like how you play the Eric Clapton songs, the Beatles songs, whatever, then those are what you know, you're gonna probably want to play for the gig that you've been hired for, because that's what they're looking for. So yeah, how do I choose what songs to play in the playlist? Take a look at the demographic that you're playing for, the cities that you're in, understand what's popular, try to choose songs that can span from different age groups, different genres, right? So if you look at my song list, you can actually see my song list on my website. If you go to joeguam.com and you click on song requests, you'll see a list of songs that I know how to play. And there's like over 200 songs that anybody who comes to see me play can actually click on from their phone and send me a song request right from their mobile device, and it sends me a message up where I'm playing. So they have a bunch of songs they could choose from. You'll see in there's island music songs, there's classics, there's Chamorro songs, there's songs of various genres. You know, I literally had someone come up to me and ask me if I can play Baby Shark, because they have a 1-year-old or 2-year-old that loves Baby Shark. And you know, my daughter loves Baby Shark too, so I actually knew how to play it, and I played Baby Shark for them. And again, it was just about, how do I serve the event? How do I serve the audience? How do I serve, you know, the customers who are hiring me? So if you're looking to get hired for a gig or be a musician, and you're trying to figure out what songs you should play, take a look at what songs are popular, what's playing on the radio, what's familiar to people, you know, what are bands or maybe, you know, music artists that are familiar to people, and try to choose songs in that range. Even if it's songs that maybe you're not too, you know, familiar with, you could learn them. But you know, we all, as musicians, we always learn things that's better for the event, but maybe not something that's better for us. But at the same time, you want to play a piece that you can also feel too, something that you can put your emotions through in the notes, and also put out, even though it's covering somebody else's song, you can add your flair on it. So hope that helps everybody. How do you choose, you know, the songs that you put in your lineup? What's your process? If you're in a band, do you guys do it by committee? Is it one person who's the musical director that does it for all of you? What do you guys do? I'd love to know. It also, you know, anything you guys share with me also helps me to grow as a musician. If you're not a musician, but you're someone who's hired me before, or if you're someone who's looking to hire me, what do you guys think of how I choose songs? You know, do you guys like it? Do you not? I'd love to hear your feedback. I hope this helps everybody. Rise the tide. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Zeus Mossy, everybody.